Hi, welcome to this video and featuring a slightly more restrained kit setup. Just as an aside, I've got a lot of recording to do over the upcoming few months, which has to be based around a generic 5-piece setup with a couple of crashes. So the big kit is headed over into that corner, and so featuring something a little more generic over here. And fortunately for this example today, we don't need 6 or 7 toms. It's just a kick, snare, hat idea, and it involves playing 2 different things simultaneously. The first ingredient you could think of as part A would be the hand-to-hand 16th note groove. And the second ingredient is 5-stroke rolls. And so our objective here is then to combine those 2 things, the 16th note groove whilst playing 5-stroke rolls as well on the hi-hats. And I'm confident at this point that the 16th note groove isn't going to be of any concern to you. So let's think about the 5-stroke rolls. So the way you could envisage playing these would be to, if you play accent every 3 notes in single strokes, and now double those unaccented notes, and so you'll feel the 5-stroke roll moving hand to hand. I'll start with the singles first, then introduce the double strokes. A little quicker. And so it's quite likely, as I was playing that, you were feeling the accents falling on the quarter note. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, da 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 da. Now we're going to change the placement of those accents, and instead we're going to have those accents as give us 4/3. So this is quite simple to put together. I'll step the hi-hat on quarter notes. I'll play single strokes on the snare as 16th notes, and we're going to be in 3/4. Now, if I accent every 3 16th notes, that will give us 4 accents in the space of our 3 beats. And you've probably anticipated this next move. We're going to double the unaccented notes, and you'll see we're playing exactly the same figure as we were playing previously, but now with a different rhythmic reference, if you like. Okay, so that's the feel that our 5-stroke rolls are going to take relative to the groove, but now we have the challenge of trying to combine those 2 things. So let's take it one step at a time, and now I'm going to play the hand-to-hand 16th note groove, but I'm just going to add those accents every 3 notes. So we're not dealing with the double strokes. We're basically doing the same accent pattern we were doing there in the 4/3. But as well as doing that, we're going to retain our 2 and 4. Actually, it's going to be our 2 and 4 and 6, because this actually takes 6 beats to resolve. So if we do that 4/3 rhythm over the top of our kick and snare pattern, it takes 6 beats. And you'll notice that one of the accents that should be on the hi-hat actually falls on your snare on what would be beat 4. sounds like this. I'll just give you a 3/4 into it, even though, actually, I'll give you a 5/6 into it as we're doing it in 6/4. So 5, 6. And so the next step is introducing the double strokes on the hi-hat. So now, because we've got those backbeats, the 3 backbeats to put in there, it doesn't run in quite the same way as the initial pattern, because at some points you've got to break out of your regular 5-stroke roll. So I'll take it through once as singles and then introduce the doubles, and hopefully you can see how this comes together. So 5, 6. So chances are you aren't playing much music in 6/4 too often. And so the next thing that we can do is to play the same pattern, but instead of feeling it in 6, we're going to play it in 4/4, which means that accent pattern is going to move over the bar line. It will actually resolve back to the start of the bar at the beginning of bar 4. So it will take 3 bars to resolve now. So I'm going to do that as a 4-bar cycle. I perhaps put a little fill at the end of bar 4. So you're going to hear exactly the same thing, but now it's not going every 6 beats. We're playing 4/4, and I'm going to feel the beats and the bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, and back around. So this time it is after 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And so now we're hearing that in 4/4. Let's change up the bass drum pattern so it becomes a clear 4/4 groove. So we'll just play beat 1 as before, but we'll play 3 in the end of 3. And so now we'll combine those two. So I'll play the first time through just using the single strokes so you can hear how the two things work, and then introduce the doubles. So 3, 4. and then you can just try coming up with some different bass drum patterns. So we could just build that one a little and just put the last 16th of beat 2 in there. Or how about this pattern that almost follows the accents of the hi-hat in the first bar? So in terms of application, you perhaps aren't going to play that figure endlessly through a piece, but you might want to just use a few of those accents and join them together in the way that we've used the 5-stroke roll there. Perhaps, or perhaps you're doing it in a 4 on the floor setting. So nothing quite as challenging with the hat and bass drum movement. There you go, just an idea, a way of building up your independence with the hi-hat when you're perhaps playing those hand-to-hand 16th note feels. And it's also one of those exercises or ideas that will actually really start to build your double strokes unconsciously, because you're so busy thinking about the coordination and where the accents are falling and how things are lining up. But all the time underneath you're retaining those double strokes. So it's a pretty good workout for the hands as well. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed that, and subscribe if you like this stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.